Okay, so because I'm really clever, I may or may not have accidentally just clicked the wrong button twice when I'm sorry for getting dropped. Go, 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 go. When loading into some more career mode. So welcome back to another video, guys. So we are on some Legends again, as you can see, and I've done some work off camera. Now, what that work consisted of was I completed the first 6 ATV series. And then I also done the beginning of the UTV stuff as well. So now what we're essentially onto is the trails aspect. I didn't get to show you the little intro that they do, that little cutscene that's at like 5 FPS, which I do apologise for. However, all this really consists of is racing against a couple of people, and there's 10 checkpoints on each track, and essentially you just ride it like you would on a normal trail. Now, there was one of the UTV races was exactly like this, and I found out a little bit of information in my time. Oh, hang on, this is a bit tighter and twisted than I expected. Yeah, I found out a few things in my time playing off camera. So first and foremost is, in my opinion, if anybody is still playing the game, because I've seen nothing but bad things said about it so far, in my opinion, the quads ride a hell of a lot better than the bikes do. Now, I don't know if that's just because the game does feel a little bit heavier, and obviously that makes more sense on a quad, but you'd have to let me know your opinion on that if you believe it as well. There's just something about the way they handle. They actually seem to get a good amount of traction coming out the corners. It could even just be down to the fact that the quads that you get given off the start are 450s, I believe, and obviously we're on CR125s, which aren't amazing. As you can see, I'm ringing the absolute life out of this thing right now. I also found out that UTVs have this really weird thing where if you just let go of the throttle just as you're about to turn into a corner, you suddenly get loads of traction compared to normal, which is a massive thing that people complain about so far in this game, is traction in general. And then I also found out that first person actually isn't that bad at all. So we're going to be doing a little bit of first person today. I think I might just do it for the duration of this race, because I won't lie, after a little bit it does make me feel a little bit sick. See, it's a little bit disorientating for me. And then I also found out, finally, sorry, that I don't know if it's the same for everyone, because I asked a few people in Discord and they seem to disagree. But I was playing on automatic transmission. Now, I seem to find that even if I'm going at super low speeds up a steep hill, for example, the game will try and keep me in like 4th gear, which obviously makes no sense, and it means that you won't really be moving forwards at all. You'll just bog the bike constantly and not really go anywhere. And since I've been running manual transmission, whilst I have bits every now and then where I completely forget about it, because I don't think you can map the buttons to any different way to usual, and you have to click down left and right stick to actually change it, which is so weird to me. It's not something that I'm used to. This is going to be a death. Yes, it is. Yeah, manual transmission seems to be so much better. Especially on the quads. Not so much on the motocross bikes, I'm still pretty poo on those, but on the quads, if I go into corner in 2nd gear, for example, oh god, I should have followed the markers, oh my lord, and I just give the clutch a little bit of a blip, you get such a speed boost coming out of it, it's actually insane. What I'm going to do quickly, this is very unprofessional, but let me put it back to, I'll put it back to auto just for this, since we shouldn't have much in the way of hills that is preventing us, but this first-person camera kind of emphasises the issue that we've got on this game right now in terms of like slipperiness. So usually, if I turn the bike, I would expect the front end to dip in. But if you can see, if I'm turning the front end on this game, you still kind of carry on pushing forwards, which, oh my Jesus, which doesn't make much sense to me. I just I've ruined that man's life. I am so sorry. So you can see some of these trail races. They're a little bit hectic, they're a little bit flat out, and I think I'm just old because I'm generally having trouble seeing in first person. Can you hear that right now? You hear the bike just completely cutting out when you get above like 60 miles per hour. It's so weird, yeah. It's honestly, biggest complaint on this game so far, got to be audio. The audio is so boofed in so many different aspects. I've seen a lot of people saying that the music part of it is actually really messed up, but that's not something that I've had any experience with, because I usually turn the music straight off anyway, because I don't want to get me copyright strikes. So just trying to pre-plan ahead on that one, as I do believe the game has copyrighted music. And hey, what the fuck out? Hey guy, let's try and get past this man right here. Oh no, that was the finish! Oh, I was so close. I thought I was setting him up for a pass somewhere else. God damn it. That's alright, 2nd place isn't too bad. How many... I need to try and get my bearings here, because as I say, I didn't actually mean to go into that race. I pressed X to click on career, or A, or whatever it is on whatever controller you're on. And I accidentally pressed it again without even looking at anything. So I do need to mess around a little bit. Let's go back to my normal camera right here. And I'm going to change the angle a little bit. There we go. Right, what's our boy TJ got to say?
So, I met that Catherine girl. She seems very excited to know you. Yeah, but
Of
don't let
course,
it go to your head. I saw a video from the desert she just posted. She's actually pretty good with computers, it seems.
Or do I just make it look good? That's the question you need to be asking yourself, TJ. Another weird little thing is I'm getting these collectibles, but I'm pretty sure that collectible right in front... Oh, never mind. I've just answered my own question. I was going to say, it's spawned back in, but it's clearly see-through now rather than red like it used to be, so it means I haven't actually got it. Right, let's get my bearings. So, at the top right, I don't know what fans do, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know if it has any implications at all, but I've got 41,500. I've got 8,500 Moto coins. The issue is, I don't have enough money yet to buy a new bike. I'm almost there. I'm getting close, but I think I might just... So, if we scroll all the way along over here, we move over to the like 125s and the 250s. I might just skip them completely and just go straight over to the 450s. I know that they've been a little bit scummy, and you literally have to pay for all the known brands, and the what's the word? The customization is absolutely piss poor in terms of gear and bikes and everything. But I do think some of the models look a little bit cool, even though they are fantasy models, and obviously IRL they would be nowhere near efficient. They're incredibly heavy. So let me go over to MX and here. Oh, also did want to just mention, sorry, if I go to garage and I go to tuning, is it? Yeah. So I've done a bunch of different changes around here where I've tried to increase the traction and things like that. So I am trying to make moves in the right direction and getting stuff done. So we have got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 different trails races here, and then we got some Supercross after that. So what's next on the quad list as well? More trails, and then finally UTVs. We've got we've actually got UTVs on outdoor tracks. I want to try this on video because I actually enjoyed my time playing UTVs on this game, which is weird that on a game called MX versus ATV, MX really being like the main focus if you was just reading the title. It's weird that the thing that's not even mentioned in the title plays the best. And for some reason, as soon as the gate drops, they're all going to veer to the right like they do every single time. There you go. Called it. Oh my god, yeah. The game is... It's quirky. It's incredibly broken. It's just a little bit of a different pace for me, so I'm quite confident in the fact that I'll probably complete this career mode. I know I've not got the best track record for it whatsoever in actually completing career modes. A lot of it just comes down to... I don't know the right word for it, but it comes into time spent and then kind of what you get out of it, because I know a lot of people lose interest. You've got to think I'm probably going to sit here for an hour or so recording the footage for this. This thing takes over an hour to go through and edit it, because you've got to watch it all back and then make some slight adjustments and cut it down, so maybe an hour 15 to an hour and a half, which is 2.5 hours total, and then I've got to render it, which basically takes like half hour plus, depending on the length of the video, and I can't really use my PC for anything else in that time when I'm rendering, because it does absolutely kill my PC. So yeah, you know, it's one of the things. It takes a lot of effort to actually do these, but for the most part, it seems to be pretty worth it. And as you can see on screen right now, the biggest thing for me on this game, which makes me still kind of enjoy it right now, it's based on the graphics purely. I just think the game looks really, really nice. Now, I did see a few people mentioning that they don't like the graphics, which is fair enough. You all have your own opinions, but for me on the arcadey game side of things, I don't know if there's a whole lot that competes with it. I mean, we've got our solar rays pointing through. Oh, do you see what I mean there? At the bottom right, it kept me on 5th gear, even though I was moving at literally like 10 miles an hour up that hill. And here as well, it makes no sense to me whatsoever. Oh, look at this! It's painful. There we go. And then whilst I've been doing a lot of... Oh, don't flip! Go! Yes! And I've been doing a lot of bagging on it already at the start of this video. But honestly, I think the best thing this game has going for it, which is why I'm so sad that it's been let down in so many other places, I think the track design, the level design is really, really good. They got so many different levels that if the game itself was, like, let's say, oh my goodness, like reflex level. Have I stalled? Hello? Oh my, what was that? As you can see, like literally bugs all over the place. I don't know if I stalled or what happened there, but my car my UTV literally just died. I'm finding myself getting yeeted off the side of the jumps a hell of a lot, even if I feel like I'm just leaning back on my analog stick just to do a little seat bounce, which, yes, I believe still does apply in the UTVs. Again, very, very odd. Can you imagine just sitting there driving UTV and just leaning back in your chair going, yeeting yourself forwards, which is so funny. Oh, my lord, I'm absolutely getting destroyed here. But yes, I actually really enjoy the tracks that are in this game. Obviously, the Nationals tracks over the trails, and I've not done any Supercross yet, so I'm very, very excited to get moving on to that. But yeah, it's definitely not all bad. It's not ideal. I'm aware it's not ideal, and a hell of a lot of people I've seen have refunded it. It's got mostly negative reviews on Steam as well. I'm just hoping that they come through in the way of a patch in some regards, because you have to think at the end of the day as well, is people saying like, oh, fuck Rainbow and this, that and the other, is Rainbow are just the developers. You know, they get given a time to work to, and they have to release the game when it needs to be released. They can only do so much. It's more so on the THQ side that you should really kind of throw your hate or your disgust, because I think, honestly, kind of ends up being a similar situation to how Call of Duty Vanguard was, where it was, you could tell it was rushed. They didn't have enough time to do what they needed to do, but they just needed to release it because the big boss men told them to. So for the devs themselves, I do feel genuinely sorry. I know everybody wants a Reflex 2.0, and everyone's just saying, "Oh, just take the Reflex physics and make new tracks and such," but it's not possible. They lost all of the code to Reflex. It's not viable anymore. They can't make a Reflex 2.0, which I agree is very sad. As you can see, I'm still wearing Rainbow gear, even though I have gear chosen. I bloody selected it. It is sad, but we got to work with what we got. So I think I'm just going to work my way through all these series and see where we're at after that. And I will join you as soon as we are back, because you get a gist of what the trails are all like. And most of it is quite samey. I will join you as soon as we're ready for some Supercross. Since this is the first ATV trails track that I'm doing right now, it just reminded me. So last night, I tried finding an online lobby. Now, it was about, I want to say maybe 11 PM, so there's probably still a good number of Europeans up playing. It's probably almost prime time for anybody in NA. But I pressed, so at first I tried joining a national server. One did not exist. It said you could not find any servers, so I was like, that's not a good sign. I then clicked to join any server. There's a button that just says put me in any race that exists. I found one person online on release day. One person. How disgusting is that? I think that's worse than what Supercross 5 was on release day, and that's very, very sad. I'm very upset about that. I'm going to try over the next coming days to see if I can get somewhat of a lobby going, see if I can get an online video out. But yeah, it did not fill me with much hope whatsoever. It might even end up getting to a point where I just ask people in Discord, like please get online. I want to make an online video, please, I beg. Oh, but yeah, did not put a smile on my face, that. And then the best thing was, we started a race, and it was a bloody trails race because it was the only lobby that the game could set up. And the guy left as soon as the gate dropped, so I was just riding around by myself. But hey, I got a free online win. I got a Steam achievement for it. Kinda happy days, kinda not. I'm still a little bit pissed. I was about to do a big old complaint about, just after I say the tracks are good, about this track has literally been one long straight on the beach. But you get to kind of wrap around, come back the other way, and ride past everyone again. So, again, it's still something slightly unique. Just getting more accomplishments. Jeez, I might try and 100% this game. Just as something to do in my spare time. I wonder what all of them are. I hope not too much of them involve the online, like I just mentioned, because if so, it might be one of them games that's impossible to complete, because there's literally no online aspect to it. You can't even like select how many laps you want to do. You can't invite your friends to go do whatever track you want. You can only invite them to the compound. And oh shit, which way do I need to go? Is this right? Please? Yeah, okay, checkpoint change, cool. Yeah, a little bit disappointed by that, and again, hoping that's something they can fix. I've been told that on Twitter they've put out a message out saying that they've got a big update coming, which shouldn't be the case when the game's already released, but I'm not a game developer. I can't say too much. I don't know the whole development process. I'm just hoping they're doing it the best they can to make the consumer happy at the end of the day. Now, if you would care to divert your attention to the top left of my screen right now and have a look at the split. So, I am currently 1 minute and 38 seconds in front of second place. Now, I have noticed a common theme of all of the motocross races being significantly more difficult than the ATV and the UTVs. I don't know the reason for that. It's been on semi-pro the entire time, but I've not lost a quad race by a comfortable amount. Yeah, I've literally come sixth in some of the MX races. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Some people mention that apparently the rubber banding is quite bad, but I've not noticed it myself. I've not been paying enough attention. But yeah, the quad bits, whilst they are more fun, I 100% feel like the quads ride better than the MX bikes do. It's a little bit boofed. A little bit boofed, not going to lie. As you can see, we're still off track apparently. But that was number 2 done. So I've got, I think, 2 more quads races to do. I think 3 more MX and then a couple of UTVs, and then I'll be on that Supercross hype. Oh my god. They're literally trying to kill me. Look at look at that. What is that for a track design? Oh my god. I'll tell you what, I think this episode they're just trying to do me in. I was praising it. I was praising all the track design at the start of this. They go and throw shit like that at me. Jesus Christ. I like the... you haven't seen much of this track. I just pressed the record button again. But there's so many bits where you kind of jump over old parts of the track that you do 360s and go back on yourself. It's definitely innovative, but when there is a bit of the track that is that damn narrow, so you have to literally play bumper cars with the AI coming the other way, that's where it gets a little bit sketchy. I also ran over a family that stood in the middle of the track at the start of this race, so I wonder if I'll be able to show that again for you. And there is the quad series done. I think that this has got to be my favourite track by far. No clue what it's called. I don't know if it's UTV exclusive. As soon as I get a 450 motocross bike and the ability to play this track, if I do, I'm popping on this. This track's actually so sick. It looks incredible. The jumps are pretty nutty as well. And I don't know if it's just the UTV's grip and power talking, but it's actually a hell of a lot of fun. They've done a very good job on this one. Okay, so I am 2 MX Trails in, and I've been told I have to go and speak to the team. So, no idea what the 3rd out of 4 Trails events could be, but we are about to find out. Talk to our boy Emilio over here. What's poppin', Emilio?
I wasn't thrilled when Ms. Cooley parked her trailer here without asking, but it seems like she's gathering you a fan base. I got a call from an old friend who saw you in a video she posted of you here on the farm. I don't pretend to understand how all those Instabooks and tweeters or whatever work.
What a fucking boomer.
This could really help us with our plan to save the farm. If we get enough fans, we could host an event here and show the bank there's more here than just the corn.
And is that it? Yes, it was. Okay. So I'm guessing the fans are just a number that you need to get to before they'll let you do a race on the farm. And I'm not sure how I feel about the whole farm, saving the farm aspect. It's a little bit corny, I won't lie. But I suppose they needed some sort of like plot for the whole premises of the career, didn't they? So let's move on. I've got 2 more MX Trails to go, and then we're going to be on the Supercross. Whoop, whoop. And then, before our 4th and final MX Trail begins, we've got to go and speak to our love interest Kat a little bit more, see what she has to say.
Okay, so I know it's only been a few weeks, but I already managed to grow your fan base quite a bit. Before you tell me if I can stay, I just need to tell you that I was already able to leverage your new fans. I got everyone to vote for you online, and we got you into one of the wildcard slots in the Southern California Triple Crown in a few weeks. Go finish in the desert and then get ready.
Oh, so yeah, again, she just joins our team. No mention of anything, doesn't cost us money or anything like that. She's just working for free. We love slave labor. So I've done all of the ATV trails. On to the next section. Not done all the UTV nationals because I don't actually have to finish them just yet, I don't think, to start the Supercross. And then we've got just 1 more desert race right here. So I'm going to quickly grind this out, and then fingers crossed we're going to have some fun with some Super. God, this looks like an interesting jump. What's going on here? I thought I was going to tire tap a rock or something. There we go. And very, very slowly up the hill. We've got 1 more checkpoint to go, and then we are done. Praise the Lord. I'm hoping that I never have to ride this absolute garbage 125 ever again, because I believe the Supercross series is for 250s. Now, I did, in my head, I wanted to go and buy a 450 straight off the bat, but I don't want to go and spend all of my hard-earned Moto coin on a pimped out 450 and then realise, oh shit, I can't actually race it because it's 250 class and I need to go back and ride the crappy 125 some more until I get more money. So, as soon as I eventually get over the line, as the engine sound cuts out again because I'm going at somewhat of a reasonable speed, we will we'll go and do exactly that. So, finito. Done. Race ends. Done. I notice all the tracks on this seem to be about between 5 and 6 minutes in length each. English. And we won every single one of them, I think. 26. No, that doesn't make sense. 4 times 26 is not 101. Maybe I came second in... Oh, no, first one. Yeah, first one I came second in. So, let's see if anybody's going to speak to me before we go and do some soupy. And there is. I've got 2 people. I've got Kat and TJ that I need to speak to. Check out our boy TJ first of all.
I don't know how Catherine did it, but you're in the SoCal Triple Crown. We're going to California. That's crazy. I've got a gift for you to celebrate.
New tuning unlocked. Engine top speed. Is that for all bikes, or is that just for this one bike? Because if it's just for this one bike, sorry to tell you, TJ, I'm not riding it again unless I have to. And what's Kat have to say?
Each year they invite a certain number of semi-pro and professional riders to this Triple Crown in Southern California. But they also have 3 wildcard slots for amateurs. I got the fans to vote for you, and you got in. Just go have fun. No one expects you to win the whole thing. This will give me some great footage of you riding in a stadium.
Nice. So we won't do that in this video, but let's go and have a look at career. So hopefully Supercross is unlocked, which it is... Oh no, this is the Triple Crown event. Okay. What bike? Can I ride any bike? Garage. You know what? Let's go and buy a 250. I will be right back. Okie dokie, we've got our fresh setup, so let's see what this is all about. Southern California Triple Crown at Anaheim. Is it going to be replica tracks?
Triple Crown.
Probably not. I have no idea.
Supercross events.
Can't watch these because of the frame rate is actually so booty cheeks, so sorry about that. But let's have a look. This is probably the thing that I've been most excited for, is seeing now the Supercross rides in this game. Because, I mean, Nationals is okay, but it gets so wide open in some places that it just gets a little bit boring. So I just want to let a little bit more, technicality. Let me have a look. See, is this actually a replica of 2020? Oh, would it have been 21 or 22? I'm not too sure. We'll soon find out. Rob. I can't hear my bike. I think my... Okay, yeah, my 254 stroke has a 125 engine sound. So... Oh my god, this game's audio just... Oh, it just doesn't cease to impress me. But you know what? Already feels a little bit smoother to ride through than Supercross does. Not like I'm bouncing off of each jump at 2 miles an hour. Go on then. Send it! Oh, no. Oh, I didn't make it. So this is... Is this... I want to say this is a... No, sorry, it's not. I was going to say that it is a replica. I just feel like I recognise a bit of the track here and there. I'm sure they use real-life tracks as like a... Almost like a guide. Or is this... Oh, I keep recognising bits. Hang on. No, I don't think it's a real track at all. I think they've just used the name and the likeness, and this is a completely different year than what I'm thinking. Ah, also, in comments, I did see people complaining about whoops. Apparently whoops are absolute booty cheeks, which, just going through that section once there, I can kind of agree with. And I'm hoping that the AI aren't, like, disgustingly overpowered. Oh my god, I biked it on a turn. No! Oh, god damn it, Sunny Moss. At places like that, I wish I could just dig... Oh my goodness. I wish I could just dig into the ground just a little bit more. Are you serious? I've literally seen AJ Canzaro fall out of the sky, feet off of the bike, and land no problem at all. And I can't land a tiny little bit of a nosedive like that. God damn it. Definitely made a mistake by updating. So when I was upgrading my bike, you can choose acceleration or top speed, and I think I chose more top speed, which, looking back at it now, not the greatest idea. There's also a clutch thingy where you choose between, I'm guessing, the speed your clutch change gear at, and then your clutch boost as well. It doesn't do a very good job whatsoever explaining what all the changes do. It just gives you a bar and a slider, and you're meant to kind of like decipher it and know what everything does, which is a little bit frustrating. Oh, the leader's right there. He's made a mistake. I'm glad these are only 3 laps as well. It means we can bang them out really, really quickly. And I'm guessing we have to do 3 different races on this one track since it's Triple Crown. I mean, it would only make sense, unless it refers to Triple Crown being 3 different races in the series, but we'll soon find out. Oh my god, I'm getting a bit wild. Tara Geiger. Oh, that is a real rider, isn't it? Tara Geiger. I swear I've seen that name before somewhere. I'm 97.5% sure that Tara is a real rider, because they did say before we done this that it's a mixture of pros and AMs and all sorts. No, don't pass me on the finish line, you slag. There we go. Race ended. Race number 1 in the books. 25 points, or 26 points, sorry, but barely. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that we're not just doing 3 races on the same track over and over. So it is the 3 different events that you saw before I loaded in. So we are on, I think this is Los Angeles, maybe? So last one was Anaheim. Oh, now we're in Los Angeles. And we just want to try and win them all. That's the main thing here. I don't want to... One thing that I'm a bit stupid for all the time is just trying to go too fast when I don't know the layout of the track yet or anything. Oh god, I'm not even making it over the Supercross jumps. Not the Supercross triples, sorry. I need to use all of the corner. I feel like I'm turning a bit too tight, not carrying my momentum anywhere. So I need to adjust things ever so slightly. Send it over that bad boy. Or that inside right looks tempting, but I know for a fact if there is any sort of a rhythm out of that, I'm not going to get it. I'm going to abuse that like quadruple bunny hop. Okay, you can see how broken it is now actually, now that I'm on jumps that you actually need to bunny hop for. I think I showed it off in my first or second rear mode video, but if you just keep spamming up on the analog stick, you just keep jumping higher and higher and higher. Now, it does sacrifice your speed, but yeah, if you're coming down to case a jump or land a little bit too hard, massive help just getting over them. And I'll keep you on board for this last lap, because I feel like I've made quite a lot of cuts in this edit, because I've not had too much to say during it. Definitely prefer this track over the last one, so I think this track is Los Angeles, and it's purely on the basis that I get to abuse these game's mechanics, and I'm slowly learning my way around it. Yeah, look, if I just keep pressing it in the air, it's like I'm playing bloody Flappy Bird or something like that. Just keep jumping higher and higher. But I'm quite pleasantly surprised. I thought, just based on how the bike handled in outdoors and around the freeride area, I thought that Supercross would be a complete shambles. It's not perfect by any means, however, much better than I anticipated. And what I'm thinking that might be off the back off as well is just the fact that I've got a faster, better bike. I've seen everybody saying that as soon as they moved off of that crappy 125 that you start off with, that they started having a lot more fun with the game. And I'm hoping that will be the same case here. So we've won those first 2. Lovely 10-point lead, you'll love to see it. So this should be the 3rd and final event of the Triple Crown, which they're calling it, which in my mind isn't a true Triple Crown if it's 3 different tracks. But I'll take it. It makes me more interested because I'm not doing the same thing over and over again. And I'm sure it makes you guys a lot more interested as well. Okie dokie. Not sure why I was reversing out the gate when I was quite clearly pressing accelerate. That was a sick rhyme. Thank you. Call me Chris Smooth. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love this. Actually, I'm really enjoying it now. I can abuse some game physics and not just bounce all over the place, get taken out by random objects. I'm sorry, whoever that was. I have no idea. I didn't see the name. Oh, get over that. There we go. Could this be its redeeming feature? Could Supercross be what keeps me somewhat interested in the game? Who knows? But you can see that the track design, again, I feel like I've mentioned the track design like 30 times in this one video. I do like it. It is good. It's nice. It's different. It's not boring, which is the best thing. And I feel like the fact that they probably don't have the licensing to replicate the tracks like for like, I think that might work in its favour in terms of being an arcade game rather than a quote-unquote sim or more realistic side of things. It definitely helps because I'm having lots of fun. Some of these jumps are absolutely massive. Now, I'm not going to go as far to say that this has completely, like, saved the game for me, in my opinion. But this is definitely one of the positive sides of this game. The Supercross, I don't know why it seems to feel better than the outdoors, but 100% it does. The only little downside I've got on it is, like I said earlier, is the whoops. Like, the whoops feel a little bit clunky, but other than that, rhythm sections and stuff feels really, really good. And I think there's probably the seat bouncing mechanic helps with that. Obviously, sliding a little bit in the corners like that, which I'm not a fan of. Maybe that'll get fixed in the upcoming patch that they're talking about. Maybe we'll have a little bit more grip. But yeah, the tracks themselves are really, really cool. I don't think I'm doing them much justice, as you can see right here, going all over the place. But by far, out of the... I've probably got like 4 hours on this game at this point, maybe more. I think this is probably the most fun that I've had. This is actually genuinely enjoyable. And I don't get paid to say that. I wish I did, because I would love to have early access to these games to be able to make content for you guys early, like the other people do. I feel a little bit neglected. Maybe I'll see if I can email someone. I'd love to be able to play these games ahead of time. But yeah, no, very, very enjoyable, which is not something that I thought I would say going into this. Now, you look at the line that is currently highlighted and you tell me what's wrong. Give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It still says I'm on an MX125 when I quite clearly bought a 254 stroke. That's probably why the sounds are so boof, because the game doesn't even realise that I'm on a 254 stroke. Ugh. Just as I sing its praises again, it goes and lets me down. Bloody hell, this game's frustrating. Okay, we've got 3 people to talk to, so I'm going to talk to these guys, and then I think I'm going to end the video, so let's quickly have a look. What's our boy TJ saying?
Also, see what Catherine wanted if you haven't already? She seemed really excited about something this morning and was looking for you.
New gear unlocked. Nordic crossfade. Oh, yeah, the pixels in that are so sexy. Thank you so much, TJ. I'm definitely going to put that on straight away. Let's speak to Emilio, and then we'll speak to our bae, our girl. Over here. Oh, I need to unlock all of the collectibles at some point as well.
You did really great at the Triple Crown, kid. I think it's time for a little upgrade. I'm giving you my 254 stroke. Don't get all mushy.
You gotta be shitting me.
You're gonna need it if you want to compete in regional qualifiers in a couple months. Go have fun in the mountains. When you get back, we'll worry about practicing more.
Emilio, I've just bought a 254 stroke and sunk like 13 grand into it with upgrades and stuff. God damn it, that's so frustrating. Ah. And then finally...
Okay, so I've got big news. The Triple Crown was really great for exposure. I was able to get in touch with 2 different companies that want to sponsor you. Sponsors want you to represent their brands. They'll ask you to do certain things during events. You can only pick one sponsor at a time, though. They like to be exclusive. I thought I'd leave the choice up to you.
Rainbow or Nordic? Current sponsor, none. I mean, I much prefer Rainbow over THQ. Are you going to tell me the benefits of that? Or is that it? That's it. I'm sponsored by Rainbow now. Nothing else. You know what? I think we've made some pretty damn good progress in that video. So we've got all of that done. Got some more trails to do next. Jesus Christ. Then some qualifiers. Oh, there's so much. There's far too much for me to digest. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please do drop a like down below if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever it is that you're up to. And until catch you in the next video, peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain, even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want. Like I